subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell. Good morning, friends. How are y'all? Happy Monday. My name is Brandy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a Weight Watchers friendly meal prep. My husband's working nights this week, and so I just figured I'm going to meal prep all of our meals this week, including a breakfast and lunch for me, and then also a dessert that I will take to work for like a monthly meeting I host. But let's go over the plan today. So for breakfast, I'm gonna do 0-point egg cups with mushrooms. And then I'm gonna do a chicken and tomato zucchini bake. And then I'm gonna do buffalo stuffed peppers. Those are both for dinner. And then for lunch, I'm gonna do turkey faux burgers. I'm gonna make them into like logs for chicken lettuce, for chicken lettuce cups. And then I'm also gonna make a fruit sugar cookie tart thing. But I just woke up, like I just came out of bed and I wanted to get started, but I realized 2 of my proteins I ended up getting frozen after dinner after going to the grocery store yesterday. Not sure what I was thinking there. So you'll see this video divided up because I have to wait on my turkey to thaw for my burgers and my chicken to thaw for the zucchini bake. So if you see me in a different outfit in this video, that's what happened. But I am gonna go ahead and cook my husband and I a full breakfast this morning. And while I'll do that, I'll go ahead and do my egg cups. I've made egg cups on this channel a tons of times, but this time I'm gonna keep them 0 points because I'm gonna have a 0-point challenge coming up. So right now we'll get to it and start the 0-point egg cups. And you can make these any way you want. It's a really great way to use up leftover vegetables in your refrigerator. So here are my ingredients for my egg cups. I'm actually gonna do liquid egg whites today. I just prefer egg whites, but of course you can do whole eggs as well. I'm gonna dice up some baby bell mushrooms. I just really enjoy mushrooms with eggs. I'm gonna use about a half of this bell pepper. I need the other half of my stuffed peppers, but dice that up as well, and a little red onion. And I've never done this before, but just to add just a little something, I'm gonna put like 1 or 2 pepperonis in each just to use it up mainly and not add any points. And then you can also have 28 grams of these hash browns for 0 points. So I'm gonna spray my muffin tin and get these going. Not sure how many I'm gonna make. I'll just keep going till I'm filled. But let me get these 2 things these 3 things diced up. So I ended up putting 2 pepperonis per cup in the front 6 cups. And I have to say, I will do this again and again. It was so good and added so much flavor. So that's about how much potato you get. That's quite a bit. I'm not going to use all that. I'm not going to use nearly all that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do 2 types. I'm going to do the potato without the pepperoni. I didn't spray these back ones. Okay, I'm gonna do the potato in the back. But I don't have to weigh it because that's a ton of potato. So I'm just gonna add a little to each and call it a day. I'm gonna add my vegetables. I'm gonna season these with salt and pepper. When you fine dice using this chopper, a few vegetables go a really, really long way. So I'm just gonna add a little spoonful to each. Fill with egg whites. Egg cups are super duper easy. If you were using whole eggs, you would just scramble your eggs and then pour them in. So I ran out, so I am just going to add this baby egg back here, and if it's not enough, I'll add another egg. Kind of stir that in. Now these will go into the oven and probably bake for about 20 minutes or so, just so they're set and no longer jiggly. And my oven's gonna be at 350. So I just use my little toothpick thing and grab them straight out. You do want to remove them because they'll continue to cook. And the plates over here are our breakfast for today. Got avocado toast and over easy eggs and, whoa, I lost that one. And some bacon. He's too heavy. There we go. That's funny. These are gonna be delicious. Curious how the pepperoni is gonna work. Never done that before. So I will store them like this in the fridge all week. Typically I'll eat 2 every serving. While my egg cups bake, I'm gonna go ahead and make something else I forgot to mention. I'm gonna make a little cucumber salad. Very simple. You have cucumbers, tomato, red onion, vinegar, any type really works. Red wine or white is what I prefer. And I don't have very much red wine, so I may add some white as well. And then ranch seasoning, and this does it. I also seen people add yogurt. I'm not gonna do that in my chopper. I just changed out from the little dice to the little slivers, and I'm just gonna use that for my onion. Everything else, these 2 I'll just roughly chop. I don't really like it too fine. So let me get going. These I do disc. You shall see. It's just a lot of chopping and mixing, but this is a great 0-point salad to keep on hand. Got my onions. That'll be enough there. I'm gonna probably do 2 cucumbers. You don't want to cut the cucumbers too thin because this is gonna stay in the refrigerator a few days. And so you want them to stay and have some bite. If you cut them too thin, they'll get like soggy fairly quickly. Salt and pepper. And some ranch seasoning. Add a little splash of distilled vinegar too, since I didn't have very much red wine. Now for this salad, you just shake it up and it'll be good to go, and it will get better as it sits. So like in a day or 2, it'll be like at perfection. I grew up eating this salad. A lot of times they would put ranch in it to make it like creamy, but obviously I'm trying to go for the healthier version, and I don't really mind it, to be honest. But you could use Greek yogurt or non-fat yogurt. You could probably even add some cottage cheese. Like you could blend your cottage cheese with your ranch and then add it, and that may be good. But this is going to be my side for my lunch a few days. Actually, I may put it on my lunch too, my turkey burgers. So we shall see. But it is as easy as that. Low cost salad too. See how pretty that is? Give it a go. Yep. I may adjust my seasonings if I need more later, but I don't think I will. So easy, side, done. Now we're on to the next meal, and we are going to do stuffed buffalo chicken peppers. I got 3.5 peppers laying out here, some celery, a few carrots. I got some Good Culture cottage cheese. I got some blue cheese crumbles. 2 cans of chicken breast, which this is my first time using canned chicken, so wish me luck. Hidden Valley seasoning. Oh, I'm missing the main ingredient. Gotta have the buffalo sauce. So, buffalo sauce, and this is just me trying something out. I saw a few different recipes like this online. Home with Haley was the first person I saw make these, and then I went and Googled. She made buffalo chicken peppers. And then after watching her video, I just went and Googled several buffalo chicken peppers, and I'm gonna try it myself. I didn't see anyone else add carrots or celery. I just thought that would be a good addition and a way to bulk it up. The main difference, that Home with Haley, she didn't add cottage cheese or blue cheese. She just added like liquid ranch and Laughing Cow, and I don't really like those. I don't like Laughing Cow cheese at all. So I'm just gonna try to do my own thing. Hopefully it turns out, and then I'll perfect it as I go. So a little bit of chopping the celery, carrots, half the bell peppers, and then really just mix everything and throw it into the oven. Let me show you what I'm doing. That's probably enough. Get all my peppers halved. I just take it and rip it straight out. It does fairly well. So I'm gonna go do the rest over the trash can. Just gonna put my peppers into my greased baking dish. Just gonna go ahead and add in my chicken. I didn't know it was in water. Gotta drain it. And these are large cans. These are 12.5 ounces. Okay, and now from here on, everything's just gonna be until I like the consistency. That's all we're going for. I'm gonna start off with my buffalo sauce. And I think I'm gonna add around 1/3 of a cup to start. Just eyeballing 1/3 of a cup. There we go. I'm gonna add probably about a cup of cottage cheese. Big spoonful there. A lot of ranch powder. 3 or 4 tablespoons at least right there. And then blue cheese crumbles. There's 4 servings. I'm probably gonna add like 3 of the servings. So most of it. So that's 12 points right there. I don't think anything else is, 12 points and 2 points for the cottage cheese. So far this whole thing only has 14 points. Stir, stir. You could also put this in a blender, not a blender, your KitchenAid mixer, and like shred it up. But it's actually shredding fairly easy with just this. Definitely think I'm gonna have to add some more buffalo sauce. It seems a little dry. I have a feeling this is gonna be very good though. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more buffalo sauce. So probably more closer to like 1/2 of a cup. I think we're good. I want to chat a minute because I was about to stuff my peppers, and then it dawned on me that this mixture is not nearly as wet as stuffed mixtures I usually use, and the chicken's like 100% cooked. So I'm actually going to cover the peppers in foil, pop them in the oven, and give them like a 10-minute head start, and then I'm going to stuff them because I'm worried the peppers will like dry out because there's not enough moisture in the stuffing to truly give them a cook. So I'm just gonna give them a 10-minute head start, and then I'll stuff them and show you that. And sadly, it took me about 10 minutes to prepare my mixture, which isn't bad at all, but I should have been cooking my peppers during that time. If I would have thought about it, then I wouldn't have this like dead time, but that's okay, I'm in no rush today. Okay, gave them the 10 minutes, not sure how much it actually softened them, but that's okay. Oh, but they are hot. Usually when I stuff peppers, I just pour it all over the top, but this time I am going to try to stuff them since this stuffing's a little thicker. So I got them all stuffed. I have a little bit of mixture left, so I'm just going to try to like overstuff a few of them. There we go. So I'm going to cover this and cook it again, probably around 30 minutes, really trying to get the peppers tender. And that's it. Everything else is cooked. So peppers tender and cheese melted. You know, I think I'm actually going to add a little bit of water onto the bottom of the pan. Yeah, I'm going to add just a splash of water in the bottom of the pan just to give it some steam. When it heats up, it'll provide some steam, letting the peppers get a little softer. So into the oven, and I'll check them after 30 minutes. So they have been in the oven for about 30 minutes now. I checked them at 20 minutes and they just needed to get a little softer, but they should be good to go now. Yeah, so they look really, really good. They definitely put out a lot of moisture and they are soft. I don't like them to be too mushy, but these look perfect. I'm actually gonna drain out that liquid so they don't get stored in there. And I can't wait to give these a try later tonight. And let me figure out the points. So yeah, the peppers are super low points. I didn't realize they'd be that low. The only thing I have to count points for are the blue cheese, which I used 12 points total. And then I used 2 cups of cottage cheese, so it's 14 points. And I'm just gonna do it per pepper. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 peppers divided by 7. So these are 2-point peppers each. So I'll probably eat 2 per meal, so a 4-point dinner. Can't beat it, and like I said, it smells wonderful. Okay, today is Eclipse Day, I think I said, right? Someone's really into it. Can y'all see? That's my husband on the ground trying to set up his GoPro so he can get a time-lapse video. He is definitely into it. Oh. Oh, there he is, in all his glory. Up next is the next dinner, and I'm gonna make a zucchini and mushroom Italian bake. And I'm gonna use Good Culture cottage cheese, a can of crushed tomatoes, a can of diced tomatoes with basil and garlic, 2 zucchinis, 2 huge chicken breasts, and some mushrooms. These are the ones left over from this morning's eggs. I just went ahead and quartered them up in the Italian seasoning. Gonna keep this really simple. May add fat-free cheese on top. We will see. But let's get going. I only had to dice these up and dice the chicken, and then it will go into oven all mixed together. Okay, I got my chicken chopped, got my zucchini and mushroom ready to go. And I'm just gonna make my mixture. I decided I'm actually gonna make it in these 4 servings, the containers, to have it individually. But like I said, I wanted to add cottage cheese. And the cottage cheese I have is not fat-free, so I have to count points. However, you can have 22 grams for 0 points. So I'm gonna weigh out 4 servings of 22 grams. What's that, 88? Okay. There we go. That's 84. So I'm going to add that much cottage cheese just because I'm trying to keep this as a 0-point meal. Which obviously you don't have to do that. You can add all the cottage cheese. But I'm just doing it for a challenge for myself. I'm adding the diced tomatoes. And then I'm going to add in the crushed tomatoes and give that a stir. And again, if you weren't trying to make it 0 points, you could also add in rice at this point, orzo. You could add in a ton of different things, but I'm keeping it really, really simple. My Italian seasonings and salt and pepper. And I like spicy, so I'm gonna add some red chili flake as well. Quite a bit, probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon or so. Mix this all up. I'm just going to take my bowl, give it a spray, and then I'm going to layer in. I'm going to take some chicken. Now, if you wanted to be exact, you could definitely like weigh all these, every single bowl. I'm not going to worry about that. Add my chicken breast, which again was 2 really big chicken breasts over my 4 servings. Next, I'll take my mushrooms and divide those. And my zucchini, which was 2 large zucchini. I wouldn't say large, 2 medium zucchini. Now go ahead and salt and pepper this as well. Give all these a toss before we add our sauce. Not sure if you actually needed this much mixture. If I was remaking this, I probably would only do a small can of the crushed tomatoes.
but that's okay. But if you are adding this over pasta or adding rice, you definitely want this much liquid. But on days I'm not doing 0 point days, I'll probably serve it alongside some crusty bread. So I'll like having that extra sauce. I'm not gonna worry about stirring it too much because when it cooks, it'll, oh, I just got it all over me. It'll seep down. But just want all the vegetables on top covered so they don't get dried out. So now this will go into a hot oven to bake. I'm not sure how long, probably about 35, 40 minutes. But like I said, this is a recipe I just coming up with, so I don't really have a recipe. It's just my thoughts and ideas. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes. And the last thing today is turkey burgers. I am just gonna take this meat, season it really simple with salt and pepper, garlic, that sort of thing. Make them into patties, but I'm gonna make my patties longer rather than circle and like oblong like a football. And the reason being is I'm actually gonna have burger boats this week. I may do it for lunch or dinner. Originally I thought I was gonna do it for lunch, but then I was thinking about it. To make burgers for lunch, I got to take like a whole bunch of ingredients separate. So I may save this for dinner and take my dinner prep for lunch. I may switch them. So all I'm going to do, like I said, season this, get it to patties, get it on the grill. So let me do that real quick and check on my cookies. I thought I was filming. Whoopsie. I literally just made 3 turkey patties. I did it sitting right outside. I was mixing them right here next to the grill and then went directly on the grill right there. I made 3. So each patty is 1/3 of a pound. I don't add anything to my turkey burgers. I know some people do. Alexa, turn off the timer. I know some people will add egg or breadcrumbs. I don't find the need. It doesn't bother me. It is what it is. So I'll grill those about 5 to 6 minutes per side. I know turkey 99% lean. They're gonna be a little drier. That's okay. It doesn't bother me with what I'm eating them with. Zucchini bakes are out of the oven. It took way longer than I thought to cook them. They've been in there at least an hour, but I will say I had to turn it up because just at 350 wasn't nearly hot enough to get them to simmer, and that's how everything kind of boils and gets cooked. Obviously it will cook if you leave it at 350, but I highly recommend 400, 425 to get these suckers going. They look good. I did fork tender for my vegetables. That's just how I like it. Definitely soupy. If you weren't, trying to stay super low points, I highly recommend adding rice or pasta. I'm definitely going to eat mine with some crusty bread a few days. Smell delish. And on the days I can afford it, I'm going to top them with cheese. So once these cool, I'll put the lids on and pop them in the refrigerator. Now I got something that's not Weight Watchers approved, and it would be a lot of points. I'm not even going to figure it out. But I am making a fruit tart sugar cookie. So I got 2, I'm doubling the recipe. So I got 2 things of sugar cookies, 2 things of cream cheese. You add in sugar, you add in almond, that is vanilla, but you all add in vanilla and almond extract. And for the fruit, I got strawberries, blueberries, kiwi. My mind left me there. And I went ahead and picked up 2 mangoes as well. But the first things first is you just roll out or push thin as best you can these cookie doughs. And then you bake them just as it says, and then we'll top it with a cream cheese mixture, which is just cream cheese, the 2 extracts, and some sugar. And then once that completely cools, well, you top it with the cream cheese mixture after it completely cools, and then also the fruit. So I need to get my fruits cut up, but get these in the oven baking. And this is not meal prep for me. I am making these for my coworkers. I host a meeting once a month, and I always try to bring home something a little special. I'm not a baker though, so I have to get creative like this, but they seem to like it. You would have seen not too long ago I put in Easter. See, and I don't like that these are all separate because I don't want to have to ice them separate. I was looking for like a cookie sheet and I couldn't find one. But my friend that I got this recipe from, she said you just like push them together. Like she said, don't worry about it too much and that you just push it all together. So that's what we're gonna do. But I need to make sure it stays somewhat even, and I say that so it'll cook even, right? I'm not gonna overthink it too much, honestly. Like, it's just not that big of a deal to me. I greased 2 cookie sheets, but I don't think I'm gonna need 2 cookie sheets. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I am just putting the cookies, which I need to pay more attention to how, and I'm literally just using the palm of my hand to push them together. But I really should pay attention to how I'm lining them up because I would say I'm not. But my idea is like afterwards, I'll go through and fill the seams. I think it'll be fine. Like I said, I'm not too worried about making it perfect. But I don't know why I didn't at least try to like put them in the order they were in the package. I made it more difficult on myself, I think. I don't know if it's worth getting out a rolling pin or just kind of like doing it like I'm doing it, just working them. See, I should have just done them like that, not random. I don't know why I started doing it the other way. Because that seems to work better. It'd be much easier if you had a cookie sheet versus individual rounds. I'm worried how even this is going to cook. And with the other one, with the extras, I'm just going to flatten them. And I'm going to do individual ones for my husband and I to have here. I think that'll be a good idea. Decided to try to roll this one just a little. This may be a hot mess because it may smush too much, but I'm going to bake them just as the instructions say. 350 for 13 to 17 minutes, but since I rolled mine out, I'm going to check them at 10. For the filling, you're just going to take 1 package of cream cheese. I may or may not end up doubling this. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and double it. Why not? I bought all the ingredients, I might as well, and I don't want to have to do it twice. If I have too much, I can just save it for like a fruit dip for my husband. I got a lot of food today making, but I will not be cooking at all week. Everything I need to eat this week is happening today. Today, people. So, 2 blocks of cream cheese. I told you this isn't healthy. Okay, so for sugar, it calls for 1/3 cup. You see how old my sugar is? It's crunchy, but that's okay. 1/3 cup, so since I'm doubling it, I will do 2 of these. It's just good old regular white granulated sugar. And then for the vanilla extract, it is 1/2 teaspoon. Again, gonna do it times 2. There's 1. Doubling it 2. Vanilla extract is yummy. So is almond. This one's almond. And it doesn't have a squirty. That's okay. Same amounts of the almond. Whoa, that was a lot. It's okay. Okay. Now we just have to beat all these together. I'm going to use my hand whisk. My hand beaters. Okay, the big cookie sheet looks pretty good. So just gonna let that cool. These I probably flattened too much, but these are staying at home with me, so not really worried about it. So my fruit tart is not going well. The icing tasted great. The individual cookies came out thin as can be and hard as a rock. So those aren't great, but then I thought the sheet pan cookie was good, but I couldn't get it off the cookie sheet, even with spraying it. That's why I hate those sprays. They never work. So yeah, this was me trying to get it off the cookie sheet. I am at a loss. I am not a baker. I do not know how to handle this situation. It's frustrating because I'm tired because I've literally been cooking like pretty much all day. But I'm thinking what I can do is make like I don't know, aren't there like dirt cakes that the food's just like crumbled? My concern with doing it this way is I don't know if I mix the icing in it or just on top. which I think the only thing I got good going for me is some parts are softer and some parts are harder. So I think they'll mix well together, if you will. But this is what we're going with. It's so annoying because I spent close to $30 on all those ingredients, and clearly, yeah, this is what it's turned into be. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know why I couldn't get the cookie off the sheet. I don't know. So frustrating. I need to stop trying to bake for them and just buy the items. That's what I was doing, and then I tried to bake. But, you know, I don't enjoy baking, and it's not my strong suit. But I think I don't enjoy it because it always ends up like this, a hot freaking mess. I think I managed to revive the sugar cookie cake. Instead, I just made a layered parfait. I put blueberries and strawberries on the bottom, crumbled cookie, and then some of the icing, more crumble, more strawberries and blueberries and crumble. The bad thing is I don't have piping bags or anything, so it was kind of hard to make it look nice in here, and I am serving it to coworkers, so I wanted it to look cute, but luckily I had these little jars my husband buys pudding at in Costco. I wasn't sure how much of the icing to add either, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to have my friend show me that recipe because it is a good one. I'm not sure what went wrong there besides I just couldn't get the cake out. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the cookie out. But anyhow, that's okay. I got everything finished. I'm over here looking at it, and I'm telling you, it doesn't seem like it was that much work, but it was. I think last time I meal prep like this, I said never again, and it's been a few months, and I'm saying it again, never again. I don't know why. I only did a breakfast, 2 meal preps, a dessert, and grilled a protein, and it took forever, and I'm exhausted. So let me show you what all I got. So here is the fruits of my labor. See, not as much food as it should be for cooking all dang day. But to recap, got the buffalo stuffed peppers. Each pepper is 2 points. Got the zucchini chicken bake. It's 0 points for this whole big serving. Got the egg white cups with pepperoni, mushrooms, and onion, 0 points. Got some grilled turkey burgers, 0 points. And last but not least, these little dang dessert cups, which I have no idea, they will be a ton of points. I went full fat on everything. If you stuck with this video, I appreciate it. I don't know how many more Meal Prep Monday videos there'll be out there. It's too much damn work. So that's it. Bye, friends.